As I mentioned earlier, there's a few documents that you'll want to have in front of you to help you do step 3. First of all, of course, you'll have your participant guide and open that up to the PE codes. We included in the participant guide, we included the fiscal year 12 PE codes that have units of measure, but the codes change a little bit from year to year, so be sure that you've got this current year's PE codes with units of measure to help you with step 3. And then you'll probably want at least a few copies of the current and past project target allocations, PTA, handy. That way you can see how many PE units you projected and completed in the past few years, and that'll help you project into the future. Then the example Excel spreadsheet will also be useful for ideas on how to schedule and measure the workload. And everybody in the room ought to be familiar by now with PE codes for your resource, for your own resource, and the PTA for your office to effectively complete step 3. However, many of you may have no idea what I'm talking about, but if so, don't worry. If you're not familiar with the terminology, now would be the perfect time to stop the video and just talk a little bit with your manager and or budget person. Just make sure that everybody has a basic understanding of the budget terms. It will really help you doing this step. Now, is there anything else anybody can think of that would help?
Yeah, the BLM has a budget internet website that's really helpful. You can find the current PE codes, some PowerPoints, definitions, examples, things that will describe these processes for you. The address is on your screen, or you can get it by going to web.blm.gov/wo800/wo800.
Thanks, Megan. Why don't you show them how to do step 3 now?
Sure. So depending on where you are in the fiscal year, you may want to put the current fiscal year's PTA into the worksheet to get you started. If you've already submitted the next fiscal year's PTA, then include that in there as well. This will take care of those projects that are already scheduled and funded. This is an easy way to begin step 3. This way you'll be putting in the actual figures first, so the out years won't seem so speculative. So, as we've already submitted our PTA for the following fiscal year, we entered those submissions here in that year's columns. Note that the units and measurements are included. You don't have a lot of planning flexibility here, but it would be good to inform your out years. Next, you may want to look at the past year's PTAs that show the actual targets met for your non-discretionary projects. Look at the averages for each year, and that will help you project into the future. For example, if in the past 3 years you've done on average about 15 special recreation permits, then you can assume approximately 15 for the next few years. If you find that number's off, then you can certainly adjust the sheets during your annual review. Another tip is to look at the workload and costs from your non-discretionary work and other high-priority projects to decide when you want to start discretionary projects, and use that to determine a target for completing them.
Yeah, some of our units are very predictable, such as for grazing permit renewals. We have essentially a 10-year schedule for evaluating permit renewals. And as Megan indicated, other units are based on our past experience. For example, our office has a really good sense of how many acres it can reasonably treat each year. We can look at our average for the past 10 years and reasonably assume that we could treat a similar acreage in the future. But keep in mind that funding or staffing constraints could factor into your assumptions.
As I mentioned before, the Casper Field office can experience rather rapid booms in demand workload related to mineral development. These booms are not easy to predict and do have a significant impact on planning. Normally we will process, say, 100 applications for permits to drill in a year. Last year we received over 250. The implementation matrix is a good way to explain to our cooperators why we may have to shift some of our work for the year from perhaps a lower priority project to trying to put some staff on working on those APDs. Something we hadn't anticipated, but we needed to get accomplished. We also do our best to track accomplishments funded by our cooperators in the implementation matrix. That makes it easy to identify. We may use a title that includes their name or project name, so it's clear that this is a cooperative effort.
Unpredictability is very characteristic of our office, the Hassayampa Field Office in the Phoenix area, which is the 6th largest metropolitan area in the nation. For instance, one of our programs, Saleable Minerals, is very related to construction. During the economic boom, we had the largest saleable minerals program in the Bureau. Today, with the economy the way it is, it's normalized and lessened. The grazing program is one that's become unpredictable because of litigation pressures. Recreation, that use in this area because of the urban interface, is also highly unpredictable. But we do have some activities that are predictable. For instance, wildlife and habitat monitoring, the number of acres that we need to do and can do per year is predictable. But the best bet is you need to make the best estimate you can and use that to set your priorities in the implementation matrix.
Now consider your high priorities and determine when you want to initiate them. Some may already be funded, others may have to be scheduled a few years out. Remember to schedule the target for the year that you intend to complete the target. You may have to do some prioritizing even within the high priorities, and this is how you do it with scheduling.
We have several travel management plans and area-specific activity plans that were considered high priorities. We can't physically do everything at once, so we had to work out which plans we wanted to initiate first, given funding and workforce limitations. The scheduling helped us to identify where to prioritize funds and for road inventories first, for example.
There's a significant amount of work identified in the CASPER implementation matrix as high priority, which will not even be started for some time, even though we're 5 years into plan implementation. I think a good example of that might be developing an air quality monitoring network. Both the field office and our cooperators identified this as a high priority. However, other areas in Wyoming have significantly greater air quality concerns, and given the limited amount of resources in the state to do air modeling and air monitoring, CASPER is not high on the statewide priority list.
In the Hassayampa field office around Phoenix, we have some similar challenges. We're 2 years into plan implementation at this point, and some of the targets that we had planned for in our implementation matrix we've already not met. Some we have. What we have found is that the schedule and the priorities that we set put things in order, and in most cases that order is still relevant and is still what we're following, and you can revise it as time goes on, but we found that those priorities seem to remain the same.
So it seems to me like one of the take-home messages that I'm hearing here is just do the best you can now with estimating your workload, but don't worry about it being too perfect because things will change. And this is another good example of why it would be really useful to have your partners involved in this step, because they'll be able to see firsthand why maybe you can't work on their favorite area or pet project immediately, because they'll see the big picture of all the work that needs to be done. Participating in this process can really help them decide if and where they can best provide resources.
Just a reminder to make sure to identify the units of measurement for each PE in the out years. For example, special recreation permits are measured in number of permits in the EB codes, whereas treatments are measured in acres in the J codes. And finally, road rehabilitation is measured in miles. Remember that some of the projects will use more than one PE code, either simultaneously or in succession. For example, a vegetation treatment may include PE codes for burn plan, DF, the treatment types, the J codes, and also monitoring the following year with the M codes. So consider that treatments one year might lead to monitoring the following year to measure effectiveness.
So this isn't going to be a quick and dirty exercise. It's going to take some strategic thinking and planning. Megan, have you found while doing step 3 that people find a lot of errors or need to make changes in the PE codes that they identified back from step 1?
Occasionally they may not have chosen the correct code, or maybe they're double counting some of their projects in all over the different parts of the sheet. So you want to go back and maybe do a double check.
Yeah, that would be good. And Brad, did you ever have any projects or management actions that don't have a PE code, but they represent a workload that needs to be represented?
Yes, we did. It wasn't clear which PE codes applied to inventorying our general transportation network, for example, which is, all the roads in our planning area. Also, actions related to managing lands with wilderness characteristics don't have obvious PE codes. Even coordination with our partners or administering contracts can have workloads that don't seem to have applicable PE codes. There are codes that we can use, but there aren't necessarily units of measures that are clear to us. So we use the code that we thought most applicable, often a more generic one, even though it might have been a project or it might not have been a perfect fit. To inventory our transportation network, for example, we use the code BY, Inventory Linear Recreation Resources, which is measured in miles, even though our general transportation system has multiple uses.
We completed the CASPER implementation matrix nearly 5 years ago. At that time, we incorporated a number of planning decisions that don't really directly relate to a workload target or a unit of accomplishment. Unfortunately, that kind of cluttered up our matrix with items that we don't schedule or track or plan future work for. So I'd recommend when you're putting together your implementation matrix that you focus on those things you'll actively engage in the next 5 years.
Yeah, Joe, I got to agree with you there. Our big challenge was we ID'd a lot of work that didn't fit neatly into a PE. And one example would be our work with the community of Wickenburg and a cooperative recreation management area with Maricopa County. And it had a number of elements that were measurable and broke into PEs, but when we started to break that down and then try to figure out whether it was strategic or not, it really didn't work. It was important to capture those workloads, but make sure that if you have a complicated project like that you keep it together. You just do it.
Try putting some kind of placeholder in the out year to assist you with workforce planning and budget, if necessary. New PE codes are hard to come by, but it's good to track that workload for future reference and justification. Like with Step 2, there's a lot of flexibility in how you might complete Step 3. You'll probably be in the same small groups as you were for Step 1 and Step 2, in other words, by resource. Recreation and travel in one group, fire, fuel, safety, realty in another group, etc. Depending on the size of your team and the number of people in each resource group, you may find it useful to divide up the work the same way you did for Step 1 and Step 2. Another way would be to first divide up the work among individual team members. Whether you do it in small groups or individually, you'll need to come back together to report out and come to agreement on the schedule like we did with Step 2. It's also very important that your managers have some level of oversight in this process and they okay the final product before it goes to the state office.
No question, Megan. We found it imperative to have our management team, especially our field manager, participate in Step 3. Just like for Step 2, he had some insights that changed some of our initial scheduling determinations.
Brad, I agree with you. Yes, managers are crucial to the process. They help to provide an overview and to provide connections between programs. What we found in our process was not only to serve as decision makers, but probably more importantly to serve as a facilitator to identify and to prioritize the work among the programs. The key for us was that every person with program responsibility was there for the entire week. We spent a whole week working on this with our field office staff and monument staff. And other key ingredients were we had the input and participation of individuals from our Washington office and the state office who helped to bring a big picture perspective.